A cell is the basic building block of life. What does that statement even mean? Simply, all living things are built from cells. From this statement, we can infer that all plants, animals, bacteria, and fungi are all made up of cells. Some living organisms contain just one cell. Such living organisms are referred to as unicellular organisms. From the name unicellular, meaning just one cell. Examples of such unicellular organisms are amoeba, paramecium, and euglena. Some other organisms contain two or more cells and are thus referred to as multicellular organisms. From the name multicellular, remember that multi means multiple, so multicellular means more than one cells. Examples of such organisms are animals like man, cattle, rabbits, goats. When you observe, they contain trillions and billions of cells. Some of these cells perform specific functions. For example, cells of the eyes are used for sight, cells of the tongue are used for taste, cells of the nose are used for smell. So these specific functions are referred to as division of labor. So in multicellular organisms, there is division of labor whereby specific cell perform specific function. Organization of cell. What is organization of cell? Or rather, cellular organization? It simply means that when two or more cells come together, they form a tissue. When two or more tissue comes together, they form an organ. When two or more organs come together, they form a system. And when two or more systems come together, they form the whole organism. So organization of cell is from a cell to a tissue to an organ to a system and to the organism. How are cells formed? In living organism, this is the simple way cells are formed. When one cell divides, it gives rise to another cell. That cell gives rise to other cells. Other cells give rise to millions and trillions of cells. So, all cells comes from pre-existing cells. So one cell will give rise to millions of cells. In summary of what we have done today, we said cells are the building block of life. All animals are made up of cells. All plants are made up of cells. Cells give rise to other cells. We have two types of organisms, which are unicellular organisms that have just one cell and multicellular organisms that have multiple cells. We also said that in multicellular organisms, there is division of labor, where one cell performs a specific role in the organism. Stay tuned. In our next video, we are going to be discussing the structure of cell.